SignTorch CNC fonts are variable TrueType fonts. The Stencil fonts have adjustable bridge width, and tab fonts have adjustable tab height and tab width. For creating negative text cutouts or positive text inserts that can be attached to other geometry. If your software does not give you a slider or a way to change the bridge width scale, then you can use one of these presets, and that number is the bridge width in thousandths when the text size is 1. A bridge scale value of 100 means 100 thousandths bridge width when the font size is 1. And that scales with the font size, so 50 gives you 100 thousandths at 2 tall, and 33 gives you 100 thousandths bridge width at 3 tall. And you can calculate your own bridge width. Just take the bridge width you want in thousandths and divide it by the font size. 100 divided by 3 is 33, and 100 divided by 1 is 100. And that works for metrics. In thousandths, this is 2540. 2540 divided by 25.4 is 100, and 2540 divided by 76.2 is 33. It's a ratio of the bridge width divided by the font size times 1000. And all of this is configured around plasma cutting. So we have 50 thousandths kerf clearance, and at 1 inch text height, we want to have 100 thousandths between cuts. So at 1 inch tall, all of the fonts have a good 100 thousandths between letters and between cuts. But when we go below 1 inch font size, we have to tighten that up. And the 120 preset gives you 90 thousandths bridge width at 3/4 tall, and the 160 preset gives you 80 thousandths bridge width at 1/2 inch tall. Some fonts only go up to 120 because they're not designed to cut smaller than 3/4, and some fonts go up to 160, which means they should cut okay at 1/2 tall. But 1/2 text is very small for plasma cutting. Your kerf width will be rounding out these inside corners quite a bit, and there's just not much room for cutting with 50 thousandths kerf. At 120 bridge scale and 3/4 tall, which is 90 thousandths bridge width, the fonts will still have roughly 90 thousandths between letters and 90 thousandths between cuts. But at 160 bridge scale and 1/2 tall, we have 80 thousandths bridge width, and there will be 80 thousandths between cuts, but there is not 80 thousandths between the letters. It's probably only about 60 thousandths between letters. In that case, you have to increase the character spacing to have more space between the letters. More space is better for plasma cutting, and that goes for these too. The reason this font doesn't go above 120 bridge scale or below 3/4 tall is because it's such a narrow font, it just won't work with a 160 bridge width. And the reason this font does not go above 120 or below 3/4 tall is because it barely has 50 thousandths kerf clearance at 3/4 tall, and at 1/2 tall it does not have 50 thousandths kerf clearance in those narrow places. So the presets are designed to be in the right ballpark for plasma cutting at these basic font sizes. The fonts are designed with smooth nodes, all rounded corners, and no sharp points. But the variable TrueType font produces the curve with more nodes. And in CorelDRAW, those are all cusp nodes, but the curve is still smooth, and those could be smooth nodes, but they don't have to be. When I export that as an SVG file, VCarve Pro thinks the nodes are smooth, and SheetCam maps them to smooth tangent arcs. So it really is a very nice smooth curve. And at SignTorch.com, each font has a working example and a sample font download with the characters A, B, and C, so you can try it out before you buy the whole font. And each font shows all of the characters that it comes with. And lastly, the tab font tab width works the same as the bridge width on the stencil font, and the tab height ranges from 50 thousandths to 500 thousandths, or 1/2 inch. And the font presets are the same as the stencil fonts, and they all have 250 tab height, which is 1/4 inch. But you only have to use the presets if your software doesn't give you a slider like this. Most modern software does, but some does not. I think that about covers it. SignTorch CNC fonts at SignTorch.com.